Welcome to this week's video. Today we've decided to come out and do some waterfall and woodland photography. So it's been ages since we've done any waterfall photography, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. So yesterday we drove past this place and decided to come back to it today. It's Pattack Falls and it's just on the edge of the Cairngorms National Park in the Highlands, and it's beautiful. We've got autumn colours everywhere. It's absolutely lovely to see. And this really is our first little stop off, literally probably 200 or 300 yards away from where we've parked the van. And we've been just focusing here on a couple of different compositions. Now, there's a big falls just around this corner here that at the moment we can't see. We need to go higher to get that viewpoint. But what I like here is that you've got the orange sort of browns underneath the water coming through, which just complement the autumn colours, I think. Over this side, to be fair, we've got some evergreens, but there is a hint of autumn just in the moss and sort of through into some of the other trees. But when you use the polarizer on the water, you can really cut through and get that orange brown colour underneath. And with the white streaks of the water, it's creating some nice effects. So it rained quite heavily yesterday, so hopefully we will get some nice shots. We've taken maybe 2 or 3 different compositions around here. So using these rocks here, just leading out as a bit of foreground interest. It's a little bit slippy over there, to be honest. Just sort of peeping around this corner. Using this tree here as a bit of an anchor in the frame. I've also taken one this way, so we've got some birch trees that are just sort of leaning out across the water with a little bit of rapid water there that's just flowing, and it's just lovely. So we're going to take you with us. We'll take you on our little walk and see where we end up, and we'll catch you in a bit. So just before we head off, as always, I just wanted to try and get one more shot from this little location, and I've come quite a bit further back. So I am still using the edge of this rock, a sort of a centerpiece, a center focal point in the image. Still using that tree as an anchor in the background. And I've almost got half of the frame that is just the water at the bottom, because I really want to pick up on this brown and orange colour. But by coming further back, what I'm hoping is that as the water trails around this way, as it cascades further down the river, that we might pick up some of those trails, and we are getting that. So what I might do, they're not very strong, and what we're sort of having to wait for is a little bit of this white froth that comes down, and on 8 seconds as it passes through, it captures that. So yeah, that's better. Oh, there's quite a bit more coming here, so we'll try and grab a couple of shots there now, and we'll head up. So we've made it up to the top, to the first viewpoint of these falls, and they're incredible. There's quite a bit of force behind the water, which is nice. What I quite like here is that this fall almost, I don't know, it almost feels a little bit like Furry Glen in Wales, where you've got like a gorge that goes through, so you can sort of see into the background a little bit and it's intriguing because you don't yet know what's behind there. So on this particular image, what I'm just trying to do is try and get quite a wide shot. So there's some really nice trees growing out of the sides of the walls of the gorge, and they're almost quite bright green, to be honest, which is surprising for this time of year. But again, in and amongst that, you've got the oranges and the yellows, which looks quite nice, with the colour of the stone, the black water coming down to that then very white force of the water. Now, what I've had to be careful of here is not overexposing the water, because there's quite a lot of water that's coming through there. You've got to be careful that you don't blow the highlights, but equally I want to expose properly for the surroundings. So I've taken 2 shots, one exposing for that water and then one for the surrounding area. So hopefully we'll stitch those together and we'll pop those up for you. In terms of settings, I'm on f13 at ISO 64. For the surroundings, I've done a 15-second exposure, and for the water I've gone for 3 seconds. So just a little bit of information for you there. But yeah, I'll put that up for you now. So we've come a little bit higher again, and we're now just above that first fall that we were photographing. And we found an absolutely stunning little spot, but I'm really finding it difficult to compose it. So there's 2 huge rocks in the middle of the river here, and the water's cascading around it. We've got some nice oranges in the trees behind, but the ground here is quite soft and spongy, and I don't want to go any further to the edge really. But we've got a couple of branches sticking out, and also where I've put my tripod, we've got sort of like a V shape. We've got these leaves of this tree here, and we've got some heather on the right hand side, and I'm finding it really difficult because if I come out wide to try and compose a shot how I want it, I've got these branches and the heather creeping in with that V at the bottom, so it doesn't look a pleasing shot. If I zoom in, I'm then sort of only really making the rocks a feature and nothing else. So I've tried a couple of different things. Again, I'm sort of using a slow shutter speed, so I'm on 3 seconds, f14, ISO 64, and I've got a 3-stop ND filter in, just to try and slow that water. But I'll put these shots up and let you have a look and see what you think. Like I say, on this one here, you've got this heather in this bottom corner, which I don't know, I would probably prefer a cleaner shot, to be honest. And because it's so close to the lens, I would then have to focus stack, else it would be sort of soft and blurry. So I don't know, I like it, but I don't. Let us know what you think in the comments.
If you've enjoyed the video and the images, please consider giving us a like, subscribing and hitting the notification bell, as this massively helps our channel.
So we've come back to the van. We did go and explore a little bit more, but the path went very narrow with some sheer drops. And with wellies on and wet tree roots and leaves, we were a little bit dubious to carry on. So we've come back to the van. We've got another location in mind for tonight, so we're going to head over there now. But hope you've enjoyed the video and a quick little look around Pattack Falls. It's an amazing place to come and have a look at, especially in autumn. And I would imagine spring would be quite nice as well. Winter actually, with the snow and ice, although ice near sheer drops. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video and the images. If you've enjoyed some of the images, leave us a little comment. Let us know which ones you like and why. But we'll leave it there for now. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Adios.